Hello? Hey guys, hey Delson. Bom dia. For me, it's midnight here. Um, so, you guys from Brazil, feel free to speak in Portuguese with me. I will speak in English because there's quite few people from other countries here. Uh, People that's online, how is the streaming? How is the sound? Um, does that work okay? If you guys can let me know in the chat. Hey guys, I'm just testing the sound here. It seems that the record is quite slow behind. Hey guys, I'm just testing the sound here. It seems that the record is quite slow behind. Hey guys, I'm just testing the sound here. So the sound, the streaming, you guys happy with it? I think we have just three people here now. If everybody can say hello here, Delson is here. So who else is there? Just say hello. So I'll just wait another 5 minutes, otherwise we go ahead with even with 3 people. You guys make the effort to be here, so it's not fair. I'll just gonna, so you guys don't keep looking at my face and my screen, I'll just play something here, and then when it finishes we get started. Just a second. Right, so I'll get that started. If you guys have any questions, just post here on the chat. If you want to request something as well. I don't know if you guys read the description. What I'm gonna do today is just I got this new awesome Apple Watch, and I'm really keen to program on it, but I have never done it before. So pretty much what I will do is to go how I would normally go, and to explore, to find what the options are, how do I find information about it, and so on. So first thing we're gonna do is create a new project here, and of course it's gonna be Watch OS, and we're gonna just select there and click next. Then we're just gonna give it a name, and I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do because I'm not sure what's actually available. So I'm just gonna call this now just test, or watch test, and I will remove all this notifications, complications, and unit tests, because it's just like you guys know, Xcode gives us a lot of extra code if we select this too, so we can include these things on our application, but at the moment we're not gonna do this. And here Just gonna put iPhone and click next, and I'm just gonna save this to my desktop. I'll just save it here. Right, so let's have a look on the files here first. That would be the very first thing I would do. And something already I'm seeing here and I'm quite upset is that I watched WWDC and they told me, or they told everybody, Apple Watch would be standalone and wouldn't need the iOS anymore, but you can see here there is 3 folders. So one is the watch test, that is the project. That's, you can see here there is application for iPhone and an application for Apple Watch, so it's not really standalone. So we're gonna leave this here alone. That's the normal iPhone part of the application that we already have seen on our courses. Then we have the WatchKit app and the WatchKit extension, and I'm not quite sure what they're separate. It seems that here we have our Apple Watch, and we have our 2 sizes here, and then the code is on this extension. Now I'm not sure why the code's on the extension, if it is gonna be installed on the phone. We need to look into the documentation later, but let's go ahead and see what is this 2 classes here. So extension delegate, everything that finished with the delegate is normally what start the app and what do all the initialization and finalization of the app. And it would be very similar. Of course it looks a bit different already, but would be the similar function than the app delegate would do. So let's go back here. We know this is gonna run first, and what I like to do normally when I start an application is first let's just run and see what happens. So we need to come here. So see, this is just the iPhone app, and this is the iOS app, where for some reason we just have iPhone 7 as well. So let's run iPhone 7 with the Apple Watch and see what Apple give us straight out of the box. So it's probably gonna take a little, because like I said, I haven't run this here. I probably should have run it before just to install all this. Okay, I'll make this quite small because we're not really interested. So let's make just 25. Put it here, and here is the Apple Watch. And it seems that the Apple Watch already started the app. It's just the bar. This is if you look on normal Apple Watch, this is like the bar on the phone where you have the battery and the time. This is the bar of the Apple Watch, is normally there. We probably can take it off. I think I saw apps without it, but it's like the iPhone. If you don't remove it, it stays there. So okay, nothing very interesting. Let's leave this here so the iPhone can finish loading. And then what I like normally to do, the second step, is to add a lot of logs to see what the application is doing. So I would go print, and I normally, the only thing I do here is go ahead and, so let's copy this print here. under all this. I'm gonna leave the comments here so we can have a look if we need it. And here I'm gonna go inside of each case and add a print. So this is just so I can understand what the application do. So what gets called, when it gets called, and so on. Sorry, my enter is not really working quite well. And I want to actually add this before. Oh, I already did. I want to add before I call anything here. And finally the default. Then what I'm going to put inside is what is getting called. If you guys see me doing something wrong there, just let me know, because this is live, and normally when I do the video for you guys, if I do something wrong, I fix it. I don't leave on the videos, but here I won't have the chance. So now we have these logs here, and we're gonna know how the calls get called. Now let's go to the interface. That is pretty much the view controller from the Apple Watch, and we can kind of see what it's doing here. But let's go ahead and, for consistency, add our prints as well. And here I'll do the opposite. I'll just put after the super. Right, so now I'll stop the old application that was running, and I'll start again, and I'm just gonna watch the logs here. So if I bring the panel up and I just one of this output, so there you go. Now we know what gets called. So application did finish launching. This was here on the delegate, and then become active. So this is, if you remember for the iOS, this is when you first start, and this is when it's active. So it's when the user is interacting with it. So if it goes to the background and then back up, it will just become a resign activity, and then it will come back to the activity without the launching again. Then the wake, that's seems like it's like a view did load, and view active, that is probably view did finish loading. So let's go ahead now, bring the watch, and let's simulate it going to the main screen. So if I press home, so there you go, it resign activate, did the activity, will activate snapshots, and did the activity. And now home again. This is probably the app, and you see it just gets called will active, even the wake. So it was waking on the background. So that's quite interesting, and we know where we need to put our code now. So let's go ahead and now and explore the, I'll stop this. explore the name just from my mind, all the interface here that we have, and let's make this storyboard. So let me bring this down now. So I have quite a few interesting things here. Most, I need to be honest, I'm not quite sure what it is. So the notification, we can edit a new storyboard. So a group, let's edit one here, see what happens. So it seems that's just to group things inside. Let's delete it. Like I said, I never used that, so I'm exploring here with you. Table, very similar. A separator, a button, the picker, labels. There is some label special for date and for time. That's quite interesting. I think we're gonna use this. The activate rings that probably gets the data from the watch. Maps, movies, inline movies, all menu. So there is a menu here, then there is a menu item. Interesting, not doesn't display anything. Maybe like I said, I never used that before as well, so we're kind of finding this out together. Let's delete this. Let's run it, see if something shows up on the screen. No. Right, we're gonna have to look on the menu what they are. Then the sprite kit scene and some gestures. There is no interface for the crowd here. What is really, I'm not sure if we cannot use it, but let's create an app. One thing I didn't really like it on the apps that I used it on the gem so far is the timer. The timer is quite cool, but I like to have two timers running. One for the how time I'm on the gem, another one to my intervals. So let's try to create something like that here, where I can start the timer, then kind of like have a smaller timers going on. So let's put a label and let's try to so it's not like the iPhone. There is no alignment here, so you can see there is not this stack view or anything. So I guess the group works as the stack view. And let's put this timer here, and I'm gonna make it all the size of the screen and center it. Hours, minutes. Okay, so let's leave this like that, and different types. So let's use, I think I like that. There is enough space here. Now let's edit, let's make this on the center as well. Add another label. Center. If you guys have any questions, just ask anytime, okay? Otherwise I just keep here. I hope I don't forget you guys are there. Okay, another label here, and this one I'll take the hours out. Oh, not quite that. No. And I'll put abbreviate too. So this will be running all the time, and this will be the intervals, the smaller intervals that I run. Now we need some buttons. So let's put 3 buttons. Oh, okay. Right. So let's try to use the group. And I forgot to center this. Now on the group, oh, there you go. But we can resize this one. That's confusing. This one I can resize. This one I cannot resize. Let's put a third one here on the middle. Now I have 3 buttons. So let's go ahead and look on the options here. Let's put size to fixed. No. Oh, that's height. So height fit the content. Width fixed. Still cannot move it. Okay. So here say width fixed, but for some reason that went smaller and this one didn't. Let's put directly here. There you go. Fifth and fixed. Now we have 2 sizes of watches. So the button for 50 is nice for this one, but not for this one. So how we change this? Right, so because there is no constraints here, we need to create 2 different sizes for each watch. So I can remember the, let's try 45. Oh, almost. Let's take 2 of each. So that's what it's gonna look like on the 38, and this, well, now the 42 is smaller. Here it doesn't say anything, so maybe we need to add a 42 as well. Now say 50. no, this one disappear. That's weird. 50. So see, these ones here just have the 42, doesn't have the 38, and this one has both. Let's see how they change. So okay, we don't need both, we just need one. Is that right? Now it seems that the first one is not resize. Oh, it's because the size is wrong. 42, 43. Right. Now all three are nice for both sides. Now for this Apple Watch here, I think it could come, these buttons could be a bit down. So let's select the group. Let's select the, how do we make it come down? No, I don't want to. Adjustment. Not doing anything. Right. So this is normally my process, explore. Let's go back here and put this separator. And let's put it color, no color. And then size, fixed. That's the width. So that doesn't really matter. Fit the content. Okay, so let's delete this, and here for this group, vertical line button. Right, but now it's too much on the button. So now we need that space. I'll put it on like, right, so we need to change the space to the button. Okay, but I want to make it black. That looks nice. Right, let's add some label. Total time, and I want to watch the smaller watch to make sure it's fixed. Current time. Let's just leave it like that. Right, that, and then here we can put start, stop, int for interval. The text needs to be a bit smaller. There we go, 14. So let's make all the same size. And let's make it a bit more colorful. So color here, let's put it other. Now I'm painting the text. I want to go back to white. I wanted to paint the button here. Now green, that looks good. Red. What color should we put here? No. Oh no. Okay, that's not really that important, and we need to get through it. So let's put this gray. And that looks good. Maybe we can also add a separator here. I think it looks good like that. Now we need to hook all this up, and I'm guessing will be very similar to the iPhone apps. There you go. I'll just control drag, and I like to put my outlets here on the top. So this is gonna be an action. It's gonna be start workout. So what I'm gonna do is start workout, start this timer, stop workout, stop this timer, and interval, just start this timer and count to 0. Right? Connect. Second one, that's gonna be stop workout. Connect. Now finally the interval. Oh, I did an outlet there. Action. Interval count. And connect. And I did a mistake here. So this is not supposed to be an outlet but an action. So what I can do is come here and select this and break this. Delete this line. I'm just control dragging here if you guys not quite sure. So that's the action, and there's gonna be stop workout. Connect. Right. Now the timers. Now the timers are gonna be in an outlet, and I like to put my outlets, then my actions, and then my functions. So that's I'm gonna call total time in the gym. I'm gonna say count for total time in the gym, And I like to use names long and descriptive like this. You know, there's the autocomplete, so there's no problem. And this one, let's call count for interval. And I'll connect that. Right, so let's look into this WK interface timer and see how it works, because I never used it before. So I'm control clicking here. I'm command clicking here, and this is taking me to the declaration of the functions, and we see there is a set date and say countdown up for the current date to this date. So it's strange because it says countdown up, but I can't see anything here to say if it's down or if it's up. And then there is a start and stop. It looks very, very simple. And it looks really strange because we cannot get the date. There is no get here. There is just a set. Let's go back. And I'll remove this for now. And let's just put it to work. I really want to see it. So here on start workout, I'm gonna go count for total damaging dot start. On the stop workout, I'm gonna go count total damaging dot stop, and for the time interval, I'm not going to do anything at the moment. I'm wondering if we need to set this, if the default value will be the value on the screen here that we're seeing, or it's going to be something different. It is 0, so I start from 0. That's good. So I'm gonna press start. It starts already from 10 seconds. Stop. Start. That's really strange. Right, now what I normally do on this case is I would open my browser, interface timer, Control Z, Control C, back to my Safari. And normally the very first result here you're gonna get is from Apple. And then Apple is gonna give us an overview. So it really, so format, enable units, set date, set color, start, stop. There is really nothing here. Let's have a look for object, see if it's any different. No. There you go, countdown. Let's have a look. And Stack Overflow is normally a good place to find answers. So it seems there is an NS timer there. So there is scheduling and starting the time. So since the time is just a label, and then when you pause, it returns to that time. Very interesting. Right, so let's go back to our app and let's see here when we started. And guys, I'm just mumbling what I'm doing. If you have any idea, anything better, just let me know. So, okay. We start here, we stop here. What I don't understand is why when we start the first time, the time was already set to something really, not really on the future, but it was about 10 seconds in the future. So let's see again, 0, 0, start, see 7. So it seems that we have to set every time we use. So let's get this count time for total interval in the gym dot set date, and then we're gonna use ns date dot interval since now. Let's put 0. So what this is doing is just setting as date. So this is just setting the timer to be 0 when we press the button start. So now let's wait a few seconds. I'll press start, and then it's counting 1, 2, 3. It seems now it's working as we expected. And if we press stop, it just stop. If we press start again, it should start from 0, 0, 1. That looks better. Now for the interval part, I want to make it count backwards, and that we look here on Safari. It doesn't really say how to turn it back, how to make it count backwards. So the Apple documentation is normally my first resource. I didn't find anything there. So I'm just looking on the web, trying to find something. It didn't really say it. It's guys set to a date here. I guess what he did is actually I put interval since now. That would be the same thing then that just now, right? So this is, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this. So if we put an interval in the future, that will probably make it count down, right? Because it makes no sense, or unless it's saying start from 10. Well, let's see. Best thing to find out is to try. If you don't try, you're never gonna know. And other thing is, let's put 100 at a second and something. You're not gonna break anything, so why not? Right. So stop. So I press start. The first one start. Let's start this one. Oh, I forgot to put the count interval.start, didn't I? Sorry about that. Right, so start. And now int, and then it's counting down. Right, that looks pretty cool. I'm kind of happy with this. I put it something smaller here. I want to see what happens when it reaches 0. So start. Now the other one counts down. And that's it. And then if I go again, it goes again. So that's ideal for me. I like this because when I get in the gym, I want to, maybe we want to hide these buttons because to not press it by mistake, because, or have an alert to say, do you really want to stop it? And or maybe have this button start stop toggling between one and the other as well. Well, many ideas. But my idea is I get to the gym, I start my watch, and it's gonna tell here on the top how long I have been working out for. The main reason for that is I don't like to work out for too long. And the second one is gonna give me the interval between my workouts. So I finish my set, I hit here and start counting down. For me it's good because I never remember the time I get into the gym, and it would be ideal, and I'll probably look into this, if when I get into the gym, if my GPS gets some kind of localization, or connected to a no network or something like that, and it pop-ups on here, say, hey, you in the gym, do you want to start your workout? And then I just say yes, and then I will not forget to start it. So yeah, that's pretty much. I think it has been almost an hour. We took a little while to start it. We were waiting for some people, but it's just, I would just want to cover the really basic here. I just want to really look into what it does and how it works. I'm a bit disappointed with few things, with the iPhone app being here. So if we look, the iPhone is here, and I'm not sure what would happen if we go ahead and just quit this. To stop, and it seems it works fine. It doesn't need to be connected to the iPhone to run, I'll go back to home, back here, and you can see it's still running. So let's go start the timer, start this. Let's H here, home, and then 7 and 5, and then stand 1. See, it's still running on the background. That's pretty cool. Even with the iPhone, remember I closed the iPhone, it's not connected. So it seems we can close the app. Let's go ahead and actually I'll quit the simulator. And if we do start again, so I'm just experimenting here, and I'll quit this one before the Apple Watch start, and you can see it says no iPhone. Maybe for this won't work because I'm guessing the iPhone installs the app on the Apple Watch. And you see it's launching again here. So it's pretty cool. I don't need to take my iPhone to the gym once the app is installed. So what I do now is, right, let's stop. I'm just trying to prove something here, and so stop, start, cue the iPhone simulator. Oh, all right, don't start anything. Let's go here to home because the app is already installed, right? So yeah, I don't need my iPhone. I can go with my Apple Watch to the gym, and I can just start logging my time and my current time. And yeah, so guys, I'm really interested in build into this. You know, maybe send this data to the iPhone and see how recorded it is on the iPhone. Maybe use the crowd here to change this time. Instead always be 10 seconds. Of course not going to be 10 seconds, but instead be 6 seconds is the time I normally use. But you know, sometimes I do different intervals, so it would be nice to have this timer here to be changed by the crowd on the watch. So we could go and just scroll up and down here and get the time change. Would be nice to get some notifications. So if you guys are interested to me to do that, I will prepare the classes better. Like I said, I wanted to show you guys in real time what happens, how it's done, how difficult would be for me to do it. So it's not really different than Swift. Of course, there's a little bit difference here with the screens, but so we figured it out that very quickly. We didn't do table views or anything, so we could do a table view where we have all the times that we normally use, so 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Then we can select that, or there's maybe not a table view, maybe a picker would be nicer here. Yeah, so if you guys comment on this video, tell me features you would like to see, and then if we have enough people interested, I'm happy to continue and to create this app and to go ahead with this app and do something new with the ideas from you guys, with my own ideas, and do it live. I'll prepare something before, so I do it on my own time first to know what to show you guys, and then when I get here I'll just do do like a normal class that we normally do on my courses. So that's it, guys. I hope you had enjoyed it. For you guys watch later today or tomorrow. I'm not quite sure how long this video will be there, but for you guys watching later, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know your ideas, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.